have a clip of Molly that we're going to see here in a little bit. And in the live chat, Wynette is there constantly. So why can't Wynette tell you that it came from Molly? Why can't, you know, or are you guys literally trying to help? Look at Molly right here. Look at Molly. This is how a lying gaslighter acts. She's got the nerve to spread this hoax about this man's kid who's in a coma and spread a hoax that he died. And you know he probably thought it happened. He probably was devastated, okay? At any point, I don't blame Marvon Sr. because I don't think he's an internet guy. And I could be wrong. I'm just giving him probably some charity here, but I don't think he's an internet guy. Anyway, I kind of don't even want to get into this because we're going to listen to a father talk about Marvon Sr. talk about and be interviewed by Molly. So I don't want you to judge Marvon Sr. by Molly, and I don't want you to judge Molly by Marvon Sr. I want you to try to stay as neutral as you can. I already have issues, and I've only played a few seconds of it. I've got major issues. You know, we'll get into that ourselves. I guess I should probably do an intro. It's kind of sad, you know, you don't feel that kind of issue coming from Molly, where you don't see a reserved individual who's explaining themselves, being, you know, trying to report on these things, be careful about it, concerned of what she's talking about. It's more of a destruction hate fest aimed at Dre. And I'm only 40 seconds in. Molly's already said a bunch of dumb stuff, and I don't know why she couldn't step away from the barking dog. I don't know why she couldn't actually be a little professional here.
So right now, Mr. Marvon is standing outside of his house, and I came to him.
Oh my God, you both are standing outside of a house? Who would have thought? Wow!
He's just as confused as everyone else is.
Nobody is confused. It's an act. You're putting on an act about being confused. You're not confused.
Started talking, and he asked. He said, let's just record this, because...
He said to record it. You guys started talking, and he said to record this. Huh.
I'm really angry, and I made...
You're angry? Huh, well, I guess we all are.
...a video where I don't know what to believe, and neither does he.
You don't know what to believe. Well, you could start listening to those of us that have been proven right through this whole thing and stop following your conspiracy theories. Let me tell you what to believe really fast. The truth. Dre took Marvon into a assisted living so that he could have 24/7 round-the-clock supervision and medical assistance. Also, she also chose to stop communicating with the other side of the family because they were accusing her of abusing her kids, murmuring, and many other extreme things. They were inciting mass levels of harassment using you and the other YouTubers that were pushing the lies against her. And you guys also took in a shit ton of money and ran off with it and didn't do any of the things you said you were going to do. And I don't know why, Molly, you think you can act abusive to family members, but they're forced to keep talking to you. You know, you being a very abusive person, maybe that's what you think you should try to force the world to be. But those of us that are healthy, when someone tries to steal from us, when they lie to us, when they use us, when they accuse us of things we didn't do constantly for no reason and they're acting like they do, it is healthy for us to put a barrier up with that family member or that person until they decide to start showing a modicum of respect. You don't need to be confused. The only thing that's confusing is the fact that you think anyone's buying your BS. Bark, bark.
Keep getting information over the telephone saying that it was a hoax, that he was dead.
And the woman who spread that hoax is standing right next to you. We have proven through showing every bit of the information that's come out. We showed you from when it first came out, and additionally the more information that came out. And we have proven where the hoax came from, and the website themselves named the hoax on these people that put it out. Molly put it out. LB put it out. They did it. And you're standing next to the hoaxer. We were helping them by putting out, the facts and getting them to look at the facts. And when you expect the people out there who supported Molly to report the story. You expect the people out there who backed this entire thing about Letitia and Molly and everything that was going on, maybe to tell the audience the truth. Why is it that so many of them decided to either stop reporting on this the moment that happened, and it's just gone and they've moved on to other things? They can't, I haven't seen them tell their audience that Letitia's being investigated, that we were right the whole time, that they needed to be criticized, that they were wrong for backing them. And to take it a step further really quick, of course, I'm just kind of, doing our little intro to give you guys time to show up, but the other side of this is that we've even had bold-faced liars come out, most likely because they didn't see Molly admit that we were right, admit that the investigation is real. They came out and tried to act like we were framing Letitia and Molly. And even Molly disagrees with you. So, I just want you to pay attention. The reason misinformation, the reason lies, the reason these people are able to do what they do, for most of you that keep asking yourself, how do they keep doing this? How do they make money doing this? How is it that people believe what they're saying? Those other YouTubers who only report the things that make them look like the good guys, them look like the victims, them look like all the things that Molly and them, all that stuff they did. When you have those YouTubers out there backing that up, and then you've got them refusing to report the truth when it comes out and they can't deny it anymore. This is what gives them the ability to keep doing this. That is, until more and more people start to push against it, start to share the facts, start to actually expose that they're lying. And then, of course, it's a process. As more and more people see the evidence, they realize they were on the wrong side, they were backing the wrong horse. It's crazy because you know what people do? They start deleting accounts. It is a factual thing. When you have viewership and they're looking at, and they've been backing a losing side that they were being lied to the whole time, and so they end up backing the people that are lying to them, like in a fraud raiser or like in a Dre situation, like in what we're looking at. When people do realize, oh my God, all those live chats I was in with my account, talking smack and supporting all of this, it's embarrassing, they delete their accounts. They do. And they go through.
So, and I tried to talk to the detective in Yuma, but he never called me back, So
you're even telling me the detectives are ignoring you. You know what I think they're, you know why I think they're ignoring you, Marvon Sr.? They saw you on Molly's show. They saw you guys taking in money from Molly's show. They saw Wynette taking in money from Molly's show. They saw Letitia taking in money from Molly's show. They saw you guys working with Letitia, you guys working with Molly. And I think the detectives have this feeling that all of you are helping to incite the harassment against Dre, the lies against Dre, the attacks against her, the doxing, the things that they have to protect Dre from that are legitimate threats, legitimate stalkings, legitimate drones flying over their property. By the way, that's not even just a danger to Dre, it's a danger to that whole neighborhood to have drones flying around recording all these people's private property behind their privacy fences and all this garbage, people standing there holding cell phones. I think the police, the detectives, most likely aren't happy with you and Molly and Wynette and Letitia. Minutes of research to realize that she is the reason that the police are having to deal with all of this extra stuff.
I'm thinking about how can I go about filing a missing person report, see if that'll work. That should...
Why do you want to file? How is it that I know where Marvon is, but they don't? You know, at some point, you have to ask yourself whether they're lying. And it looks like Navy's here. Navy, what's up? Garbage on us. And again, it doesn't matter. They don't care about us. They care about the people that are watching that believe them. They care about the people that'll actually give money. And that's a motivator for lies. Whether or not it's their primary motivation, I don't think it's Marvon Sr.'s, but I think it's hers. I think it's just more using this family. But you know what? I'm rambling, which I will do live while I react to this stuff. I'm just warning you. But let's keep going.
The next step, so but they put out that he passed, and then again they said that he ain't. So.
No. Molly put out that he passed. Molly Golightly put out that he passed. We have the recordings. We've shown them. I do think you're being lied to, Marvon Sr., but you need to stop working with the people that exploited your son and are continuing to exploit your son because you're standing next to her. You're standing with her. She is the one that put out the death hoax. Leslie and her are the ones that propagated it, who refused to look at the evidence on it and kept spreading it until people called you up and told you that he passed, which is disgusting. It's a real world consequence to their hoaxes and their lies. We came in as debunkers, as commentators, as people that give an opinion, but also fact check what's going on and give you all of it so that you can make up your mind, right? And we also give them a benefit through what we do. So they could easily see the facts are already compiled, they're already pulled together, they're already focused on through our content. And therefore, it's not hard for them to find the facts, is the point I'm making. It's not work, they don't have to be good at anything, they don't even have to do anything. So, Molly, this is pure manipulation, plain and simple. This is pure manipulation. This is pure taking advantage of Marvon Jr. and Sr. This is her recording herself doing it and then being brazen enough to put it out. She's uncomfortable here, very uncomfortable, as you can tell, because she knows about all of us. She knows the people that are looking at her skeptically and that are looking at her as a bad person for what she's doing are 95, 98% of the entire community. And she's only got a very small amount of people that look at her as doing anything positive. And that's why there's that much of a concern that she has to put the act on for that small group of people so she can keep moving forward with her YouTube career. But the amount of people now that know the truth so vastly outweighs the people that are caught up in the lie that now we're here.
So they're saying, is he dead or is he alive? So we don't know.
How many times have you called Andrea?
Andrea will never speak to you again. One more time. Andrea is never going to speak to Marvon Sr., Lynette, Letitia, Molly, or anyone from that little group ever again. You are entitled. You are disrespectful. You're nasty. And Molly, you're pure on evil. If you know she doesn't want to see you, why do you want to force it? Navy, help me out here. What is wrong with this woman?
She is desperate, and I mean desperate for attention, right? Like, she is not getting it at home or somewhere else, I don't know. But the thing is that one thing we know about her is that she craves this reality TV lifestyle. And so if they won't pick her up, she'll create it herself. And the way she does that is by purposely creating drama where it doesn't need to be, throwing herself in the middle of it, and then crying victim when people come at her.
Okay,
but she craves this.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
I want to go out there, but I don't know where to go or where to
Well,
start.
I think
you want to go out. Oh, listen, I can almost forgive Marvon Sr. I can believe him that he wants to go to his son. But then again, this is why we treat our families' wives with respect. And we don't make money off of a coma. And we don't hang out with the harasser of our son's wife. We don't give her money and give her content and give her attention. Because it's literally, it's via, like, Dre has to forgive you two in order to talk to you. And that's without you even realizing you've done anything disrespectful, without realizing you've done anything wrong, without you realizing that you are enabling all of this shit she's doing.
emotionally as his father.
Emotionally as his father. Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to hear where she goes. I have seen this woman sit on a call, a video call with Marvon Sr. and take a rope and put it around her neck and hold it up and ask him how does he feel about Marvon hanging himself. I've seen this clip. So Molly is also abusing Marvon Sr. whether he watches LB's show. You see, this is why your guys' content is so disrespectful and so just nasty. You have real world consequences with the lies you tell. It's not even your reporting. It's not that you're talking about the subject. It's the lies you tell. Well, you know, there's this rumor that he passed on the 20th and yada yada. LB said this. So it's just as possible that LB's rumor ricocheted over to Marvon Sr. yesterday than it is. Because remember, LB said this at the beginning of the death hoax. They just said that the death hoax had already happened and already been debunked. And now they know that it was a hoax. That's how they started the interview. That proves that what LB said would have been before he would have been told this by this person. So I'm sorry. No, it doesn't work that way. Your excuse falls flat on its face. And